Well, good morning, everybody. Hello. Hey, it's Becky from Power Tools with Thread. You are in our Stitchuation room. Thank you so much for popping in and hanging with me in here. This is a Monday through Friday daily stitching retreat. I feel like I just got out of bed. I've been up for a couple hours, but this is a stitching retreat where you hang out with me in here and follow me on my sewing journey. And I hope you're inspired to put something under the needle. Hey, everybody in the chat. Good morning, you guys. Yeah, okay. Dottie's whining at me. Let's say hello to the ladies if we can. There they are. Hello, girls. What are you guys doing? You're being patient and so good. Yes, you are. You're being so good. And Dottie and Frito. These are Frito's a rescue, and we got Dottie from she's a cowboy corgi. We got her from a breeder last summer. She's just 7, maybe 8 months old. You girls ready for your sticks? All right, let's go brush our teeth, shall we? Oh my gosh. Y'all, it's a beautiful day here in South Texas. Come on, ladies. Let's go. Come on, Frito, out you go. There you go, Frito and Dottie. All right, bye-bye. Go brush your teeth. Sun's out. It's nice outside. Gonna be a beautiful day. I get a shot in my back this afternoon, my first pain shot. Very excited about that. So get those stretches in. Those dogs stretch so much. It's so funny. Time to brush your teeth. That's right. How's everybody doing? Good morning, y'all. Yeah. Oh, okay. So let's see. Yesterday was kind of a flub near the end because, and I know this happens to some of you guys too. If so, let me know in the chat or leave a comment below, where you get so intimidated by something that it's wrong right off the bat. No matter what, it goes wrong, no matter how hard you try, right? So I was trying to cut paper at the end, and the sticker part worked fine, except for a little ink, but you know, that was salvaged. This is for my girlfriend's quilt shop passport project. We were doing some Valentine's Day projects. And pardon me. So I was moving things around on the screen and it was crazy. And then one of you, I'm sorry, I don't remember who it was, you said, trust the process. So I did. I just left it as is and hit cut, okay? And what I did was I canceled out the design. It had already started cutting a little bit, but that's okay, because it cut over the same spots the next time. So I just canceled out the design, brought it back in from the get-go, and just hit cut, just like it said in the instructions. And y'all, it worked out fine. So I haven't taken it out yet, but I just wanted to show you guys that it did. I mean, I can just see it cut out just fine. I just overthought it. You know, do you guys overthink things? I overthought it. I'm like, oh, it might, you know, be off the edge or whatever. And had it been a piece of fabric, I would not have been intimidated by this. Isn't that funny? And for other people, they look at it and they're like, I can play with paper all day, but you put a piece of fabric on that mat and I know it's going to mess up. So yeah, it worked out just fine. So here's the makings of the little mailbox. Oh, Sally says she does it all the time. Yeah, just overthink, you know, why? Just keep it simple. Kiss it, right? Keep it simple, silly. So I will, the little parts that had started to cut when y'all were yelling stop were these little tabs that needed to bend in on the perforated lines. So trust the process. So I'll make my little envelope, or this is the mailbox. I'll make that in a little bit. So Cecilia says, I do it all the time too. Yeah. You know, what is it, you guys? It's amazing. Okay. So that turned out just fine. I did want to do the project justice because, you know, I'm promoting it for my girlfriend's quilt shop. So these are the little sides of your mailbox. Okay. And this comes over here and it has a flap to hold it closed and, all of that. So anyway, I'll fiddle with that later on if I get the urge. So good morning from Nashville. Well, hi, Nashville, Barbara. We had a great time there last summer. I really, really enjoyed that. Yesterday in the mail, I got the backing set for Farmyard Friends. This is going to be a quilt-along that we are starting in April. And I've got to get that all scheduled out with Bonnie. It's already on the calendar to get done in. So I just got to figure out what, when, start getting it cut and whatnot, and get my little trays stuffed with all of these things. I heard from Yasmita Magan from Yazzie Bags yesterday, and she let me know that the big quilt project carriers are in Paducah. They've had 4 boxes come in, and this is the one that I designed, and she put it into production. So if you're doing big quilt projects, these are the fabulous best way to keep yourself organized, especially if you're doing multiple projects at once. I have got my Yazzie bags all around this room of stuff that I'm doing and still working on. And so this one, the big quilt project carrier, this thing is 5 inches deep. Okay. I'm going to open this up for those of you that are new, if you haven't seen it. Oh, y'all, we have a virtual kitchen. Wander over there and hit the thumbs up button while you're on your way in. I think there's some fresh coffee. So I have a coupon code below, a discount code for 10% off Yazzie bags. So if you use my link and use the code, you're going to save a little money. This one has this big block bag. This is for the quilted snowman. This is a ginormous project. Okay. And so the block bag protects all of the stuff that you already have working. All right. So it's not going to shred so bad in the bag. And then it comes with, they're all the same color. I don't know what happened. The other one walked off somewhere here in my sewing room. So I put a purple one, but this is to show you, you get a large, a medium, and a small additional zipper pouches that are cleared. Oh, it's your birthday, Trudy. Happy birthday. Yeah, I think there's birthday cake in the kitchen. Y'all go over there and see. Wander in. And then I have everything in here, all of my fabrics and whatnot. And I like to use Easy Stacks trays. I want to show you guys. There they are. These trays are already made out right here for the America 250 quilt that we are doing. Okay, look at these things. Y'all have bought a bunch of them. But these Easy Stack trays, these are in my Amazon store. Okay, if you go to amazon.com/shop/power-tools with thread, and they're in my quilting favorites. So these are designed for documents. I want to get with the Fat Quarter Shop and get them to design something for us. I need to find somebody who knows production, right? And design something for us, especially for quilters, so we don't have to use these, right? So I put in a piece of batting with a glue stick on this, okay? And then on the tab, it says Union Square 12 inches. So all of the pieces for the Union Square 12-inch block will be on this tray, all right? And then this particular bag, this quilt project bag, I need like 3 more of these. Oh my gosh, y'all. But this quilt project bag, let me get all this out of here. Move all these fabrics. I am, probably 3/4 of the way finished with the quilted snowman. So, but this will hold, you know, a whole bunch of these. So your fabric pieces that you've cut on these trays, they don't move because they stick to the batting, okay? And they're all tucked inside each other nice and neat. So as soon as we get the final design from Diane, who we're doing the America 250 quilt-along, and that's going to start this month, okay? I'm not using the same fabric line as the Fat Quarter Shop. I am using American Gatherings 3 and from Primitive Gatherings for Moda. And it's a deeper red and deeper blue, very, very pretty. So Georgette, look at this. She has 2 of these quilt project bags, and they are wonderful. You take them to expos and classes. Thank you so much. Fantastic design. Yeah, very well made too, you guys. These are metal zipper tabs. Okay, these things are not going to break off on you, and they're heavy duty zippers. These are handmade on treadles in India. So She's been shipping them over here to the US box by box by box, and they ship out of Paducah, Kentucky. So you don't have to pay, you know, you're not paying overseas shipping. So, Jean, I was also using the paper plate method. I was doing that. She says, I've been taking my blocks on paper plates. Trays would be a step up. Yes. And I searched for something to, you know, be a step up on that. I like that they have the sides on them, and it keeps the pieces from sliding around because I put batting on it too. But anyway, I just, you know, yeah, I'd love to get with the fat quarter shop and tell them, hey, we need these. You guys have project boards, right? Which is fine if you've got it all out on a block. That's kind of where I got the idea. But I want to be able to put it into this quilt project bag and go. So anyway, yeah, so these are in stock. They're in purple and aqua. Those are the two colors. And so this is what those two colors look like in person. Okay. Just let you guys know that. So I'm glad they have made it here. See, I've got all these blocks made, all of those in there, and they're just sitting there nice and pretty and flat and unfrayed, waiting for me to get to them and put them in the quilt. So the pattern book for America 250, Diana, that's called Celebrate Quilts. If you go in the description box below the video, it says ... more, and tap that, it'll open up. There is a whole section for America 250 quilt-along with the fat quarter shop. Just this. There's one section for the fat quarter shop, and that's the other stuff that I promote for them. But the America 250 quilt is listed there with the pattern book, the PDF, the fabrics that you need, all of that. So I appreciate you guys using my links very much. So anyway, I need a quilt project bag for the America 250 quilt. I need to finish up the quilted snowman, get him out of here and get him on the long arm. Got to do that. And then I also need another quilt project bag for Farmyard Friends. And that one, let me show you the picture real quick. I showed this yesterday, got all the fabric in, and I am going to use the little papers to see how to put stuff together. But that's this quilt right here. And this thing is 68.5 by 81.5. Okay. So the design that I'm using, Tiny, in the Celebrate Quilts is the quilt that was chosen by the fat quarter shop for the sew along, the quilt along, and that is called Peppermint Twist, and it's a sampler quilt block. So as soon as Diane has, I sent her a pattern book. As soon as she gets the book, she can verify that all of the fabrics are going to be able to be cut using a fat quarter, because you have a 37 fat quarter bundle. Then she'll finalize that pattern, get it to me, and I will get it to you so that we can sew together. And then it's going to be on schedule. Okay. So for like February until May, we're supposed to make 18 blocks, but they're only 3 inches. So they're little bitty. So there's a lot of cutting involved. So I got a couple of big quilts that I'm working on this year for 2026. Okay. So we're going to do the America 250. Hi, Nancy. I think that's a great idea. ML Weber, she says, I'm considering stitching up Farmyard Friends as a wall hanging, doing just the animal parts. That would be adorable. I'm with you on that. Yeah. So, yeah, like see that quilt right there over on that skinny wall? Ooh, right there, right there, right there. That quilt right there, that would be perfect for those animals. Yeah. To put that right there. There's a box sitting on the scan and cut table with the 2024 mystery block of the month in it. I got to send it to my granddaughter. So, all righty, you guys. So doing Farmyard Friends, America 250, and we are doing Show and Tell by Elizabeth Hartman. So you guys are already getting your kits for that. Okay. That's starting to come because Two Chicks Quilting has kitted that fabric for you, and it's all going. How do I store all of my quilts? Mary wants to know. My closet is full, no space left. Yeah, that's a thing, right? I don't give them away. I don't know. you know, you just have to say enough is enough, right? I have mine in some clear storage bags in a back closet. They're on hanging things around the house. You know, is what it is. Yeah. So this is the quilt. This is the book, Celebrate Quilts. This is the one for America 250. Okay. And page 138 is, oh, it's not Peppermint Twist. It's Peppermint Rose. So this is the quilt right here. Okay. That's it right there. It's a lot because you've got, let's see, we have 9, is it 9, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 9 3-inch blocks we've got to make. Okay. And you make 2 of each. So those are the first ones, are the 3-inchers. Then we have, what do we have here? 14 6-inch blocks here. And then you have 4 of the 12-inch blocks. Those are in the center. So Peppermint Rose, that's it. Yep. Do I put labels on all of my quilts? Most of the time, yes, Barbara, I do. I have little tags that I got from Dutch Label Shop with my logo on them. So, and they have a little line on the back where I can put the year, you know, something like that. So anyway, this particular Yazzie bag, this is the block showcase bag, okay? That bag is too small for this project. So if you have smaller projects, they can go in these. Y'all, I live by these things. I love them because they have a clear window on them and I can see what I'm doing. I know what it's for. Okay, I'm going to put all this back here in a minute. So Hen House came in yesterday as well. And I am making Hen House. Now, Hen House is going to be a snapplique quilt, okay? And by snapplique, it is not an embroidery design. It is simply a quilt kit, okay? And Hen House, let me get it, has 12 chickens. I've got a link to it below as well, okay? So it has 12 chickens in it, but they're all the same. They're applique, okay? 12 chickens, all applique. I have a thing for chickens and cows. Yeah, the box is adorable, isn't it? It's so cute. They even printed the inside of it to look like chicken wire. Isn't that adorable? So this Hen House quilt, and the box is a little barn. So cute. I'm keeping the box for sure. That's adorable. So the kit comes with the Lori Holt Simple Shapes to make those. I'm going to be scanning these simple shapes into the Brother Scan and Cut. Okay, comes with these little shapes. And it also comes with smaller shapes for if you want to make a smaller project. So that's really nice. They threw some extra ones in there. Okay. It has a little note and it said that. It came with Farmer's Daughter is the fabric line. Okay. Let me see this. Here it is. Dear Quilter, these larger Sew Simple shapes are the correct size for the Lori Holt's Hen House quilt kit. As a bonus, Lori has created a pattern called the Happy Hen block to use the smaller Sew Simple shapes that are included in the kit. You can find this free pattern on our website. This is precious, y'all. This is a free block that you can make. And she's sitting on some eggs. Look at her. Isn't that cute? Now in the quilt kit, I love this, y'all. The eggs are in the cornerstones of the quilt. See that? So cute. So cute. You could actually make 2 wall hangings out of that Farmyard Friends, y'all. Because I have seen quilts that are made of just this half hanging on walls. They're beautiful. Just gorgeous. So, yeah, that Happy Hen block is so cute. Oh, my gosh. So I'm going to scan in these templates into the Scan and Cut, and I'm going to do it on video to show y'all how it's done, okay? And get the chicken shapes, and I'm going to cut them all out, okay, on fabric, and then I'm going to convert that image that was created by the Scan and Cut when it scanned these and import it into Embroiderance and make it into an embroidery design. And I'm going to, that's snapplique, because you can do applique in a snap. And I'm going to let the embroidery machine stitch around all of the applique pieces. So This is a great one to start with because it's the same bird over 12 times. You're just, and the eggs, right? So that's really nice with the eggs, you know. You just, it's copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste on the computer, and then just slap some fabric on there and cut them out. Easy peasy. Love it. All right. Let me put all this back. The kit comes with 2 10-inch square blocks, layer cakes. They're by Riley Blake, so they're not really layer cakes per se. That term belongs to Moda. We have 2 40-pack of 10-inch squares. Okay. And all the fabric, look at there. There's that chicken wire, the beloved chicken wire from Riley Blake. Okay. And there's the background. That's the same background for Behind the Animals on Farmyard Friends, isn't it? So, cuties, mama, the information on the America 250 quilt is on my blog, and it's below in the description box. So you can get all of the stuff that you need. I think it's on my blog. I'm not sure. I got it. I don't know if I published that post yet. Maureen made it. I haven't published it. I want to get everything to you guys in one go instead of drip, drip, drip. Okay. So I'm hoping by that Monday, hopefully. It depends on when Diane gets the book. So, couldn't a quilt design on printed fabric be used instead of the piecing? Absolutely. If you want to find a cheater panel, that would be adorable. Yeah, that would be awesome. Right? I love it. I don't think it's on my blog yet, but I know in the description box, okay? And it has the PDF there, the description box of this video. The PDF is there, and it'll jump you over to the Fat Quarter Shop to go get all the stuff that you need. But I have everything listed out below. The Fat Quarter Shop is using a different fabric line than I am. So that's why mine are a little bit different. What size hoop would you need for this quilt? Let me see. Let me see. How big is this? I would think you could do this. You can't do it in a 6x10. That chicken's too big. Yep. All right. Yeah, that's not going to fit in a 6x10. So you need the next size up. I don't know if it won't fit in an 8x8 either. I don't think, because I think the wing, let's see. Yeah. The comb sticks up maybe just as tall as this. I don't know. So anyway, 5x7, 6x10 won't cut it. Okay. You're going to need a bigger. I would probably go with like the 9x14 or 7x12. If you've got one of those, that'll work. Okay. I think. I don't know. I have to chew on that a little bit. Figure that out. Okay. All right. So today I wanted to put together the words March, and I need some help with the fabrics, you guys, as usual. So, all right. So what I did do was I didn't stitch the leprechaun. I chose instead to use one of Juju's sketch designs and her background, her quilting backdrops. So this is actually 3 designs. This is the body of it is the March wall hanging mini quilt. The quilting backdrops are the cross hatching in the back. Okay. And then the design is the sketch designs. Oh, there, Betty Boop does it smart. What size is the chicken block before the borders? I don't know, but that'll help you decide, won't it? I haven't looked at the pattern. Okay. So now, thank you guys. I love this. This turned out so pretty. I did not stitch on here. I left off. There's a decorative kind of little crisscrosses all over here in between these, in between those clovers. I felt that was eyeball overload for me. So I was like, I'm not doing it. Okay. Now the fabrics that I've chosen, I really kind of like these, but I want y'all's input. All right. So here we go. Let me put this down. So here's what I'm thinking. Somebody had mentioned a blue for the sky behind the rainbow, and I didn't know that. This is kind of where I'm going. Okay. The word March is going to be in this color, this darker green, right up here on this fabric. This has little petals. Let me hold it still. See if it'll get that. Hold still. Are you going to focus? I don't know. Anyway, these are little flower petals. So I thought I would do that. And then the rainbow in the white. I'm going to put the gnome on here. And then this is the sew and flip. And I love dots. What do you guys think about that? I don't know. The green polka dots are too big. Well, okay. See, I don't have anything smaller because that's what comes in the line are those big. I like those polka dots. There's a circular design that has a shamrock in it or something. I was going to do it either in white or something like that. But I have, okay, I hear you, Betty. This green is just a little too dark, but the dots are smaller. See, that's too dark. That's the other green I have with smaller dots. That's too dark. This is what happens. I come in here and get myself stuck. This is what happened. Smaller to keep it in scale. Yes. Problem is, if you look at the thumbnail for this video, you can see what's in that block. See, the problem is I don't have any other darker green like that. I have a, well, oh, wait. Oh, wait. Layla Boutique to the rescue. Look at that. Okay. I think these are fun. I came back and looked at it a couple of times. I was like, I think that's precious. There's a circular thing right here, kind of a crest, and it has a clover leaf on it. But I can do this. Okay. I can do this. Maybe that's better. Is that okay? Swap the dots in the yellow. Okay. So then the circular piece would go here, and this would be a gold, little pot of gold, I think. Use the big dot. I like the big dots. I don't know. Aren't those big dots fun? Oh my gosh, you guys. So we shall see. We shall see. I appreciate y'all's help. I have a hard time picking. So definitely a matter of taste. It's yours. You do you. I like that, Sherry. Okay. There, yeah. I like those big dots. I think they're fun. But, you know, maybe they overpower the design. Now that I can totally get. So, but this is, so I left them sitting out, okay? And then I walked away, and then I come back, and then I walk away, and I come back. And that's, I don't know. I like the yellow to the outside. I think that's what I really like. And I like my big dots. I do. I think they're fun. Too many cooks spoil the broth. Y'all, it's a little wall hanging. It'll be up for 30 days, and that'll be gone. Put it back the way it was. Yeah, I do. I think that is too fun. I think that the big dots lend themselves to that circular crest just fine on there. So I thought I would do it either in the gold thread or the, yeah, big dots. I'm going with big dots. Okay. So there we go. Now, I was playing around with Embrilliance last night because I'm not a fan of that rainbow. Okay. But I was going to maybe make these two fabrics into one and center the word March. So I was playing with that like that. Okay. This would be nice and long like this. I thought about doing that. That's a possibility. But then I would, you know, maybe put another little clover leaf right there and right there. And I was like, you know what? I am way overthinking this thing as usual. So Nita, I agree. I think the big dots are perfect. Sorry, Betty Boop. Big dots it is. Okay. So, I'm just going to stitch the rainbow. It'll look fine. This tiny print is going to have, this looks so different on camera than it does to my eyes. It looks so different. It's amazing. Okay. So, well, that's the thing too. Yeah. So Sonia said the little dots are the wrong shade of green on her TV. Yeah, that's a thing too, right? So I see stuff different than you guys. All righty. So I want to go ahead and get the March block over to the, I brought Spanky up and I'm going to get him stitching. So you guys can just hang in here with me while I hoop up some fabric and get it going. Let me see here. I should use a smaller hoop and not waste so much of my stabilizer, right? Yeah, somebody said try a blue behind the rainbow, and y'all, that just did not work. That blue there's no blue other than the flower. There's nothing. So I had a couple of different blues to choose from. So I was scooping the hoop. You gifted 5 Power Tools with Thread memberships. How nice. Thank you so much. Okay. I'm not sure how that works. Let's see here. Oh, my husband bought a Harley Davidson trike, and he found this trike and he wanted me to stitch it up. So I did that. And it needs a little tweaking, but that's very, very close to what his looks like. Very close. So that's stitched out beautiful. I used, this is Juju's Tear Easy. Okay. And I have SF101 on the back of that test fabric. And that's just plain quilting cotton. So I did put SF101 on the back of it. So that turned out really nice. I'm very pleased with it. He found it on Embroidery Library, I think. That's real close to his. Looks good. I went into Embrilliance. It had the newer model trikes have a short antenna, and this design had that big tall antenna that went up off the back like years and years ago. So I went into Embrilliance and got rid of those stitches for that. Okay, so I'm going to do a 5x7 here. I probably don't even need that. Probably don't. And I'm going to use, what am I using? The no-show mesh. Is that right? No. Yes, no-show mesh. I need to look at the instructions and see how much fabric I need, but I think it'll be fine. Yeah, I'll just use the placement line for it. Okay, so I need mesh cutaway. Something fell. Whoa. Oh, had some kind of wrap run off the table over there. I got too much stuff going on, y'all. Hold on a minute. Oh, too many projects. Got all of this. Everything's falling off. I've put all this stuff. This is what happens when you start, right? You just make this hot mess. I want to do it this way so I can get 2 hoopings out of this one pass. So yeah, I can get 2 out of that. Okay. That is so funny about that. Hello, Dottie's nose is sticking through the gate. She looks like a little prisoner through the baby gate. Oh my goodness. Okay. That works. Okay, good. Perfecto. Easy peasy, right? Oh, Dottie is so cute. Oh my goodness. She brings me every toy to play. It's a squeaky toy, you know. She brings it to me and I'm like, I don't want to play. And she drops it and goes and gets another one. Well, maybe you want to play with this one, Mom. If you don't want to play with that one, I'm willing to chase this other one. And I tell her no. And so she goes and gets a third. And we do this for a while. And then I have to throw her out and put the baby gate up. So she can't bring all her stuff in. Oh, I know. She doesn't want to help me. She wants to bother me. That's what she wants to do. She's something else, y'all. Oh my goodness. I've never had a dog like that in my life. Okay. Okay. Oh. So this is hooped. This is good. All right. And let's see here. I don't need this great big one. And let's get him turned on. I have all these threads over here. I had, look at all these threads that are laying right here. Can you see them? Yeah, there's all over the place. I was just as stuck on picking thread colors as anything else, y'all. Just as stuck. It got me, you know. And then I got out Scotty Dog. She sent me a that color wheel that helped a lot. I was able to match the thread colors in the flowers to the greens based on that color wheel, and it worked out really nice. So thank you, Scotty Dog. I put it to use. Okay, I just put my drop of oil in. Got a pretty new bobbin in there. I use the Filtech Magnetics size L in this. Okay. I think I sent it over wirelessly yesterday. Let me see. I did. And it's too big. Okay. Let me make sure that's the right. No, that is the whole big long one that I made. Let me show you. So I did make the big long one. I've decided I'm not going to make that. I'm going to go ahead and do the rainbow. But let me turn it around and I'll show you. Yeah. So there it is. See that? That's the big long one. That's 3 by 11.69. But that's not the one. I'm going to do the little one. Okay. That would be how that was. Let me tell it. Okay. Let me go back home and cancel. Okay. All righty. That's a pretty machine, isn't it? Oh, that machine makes me happy. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I need to get that design over there. Is my table the wide or the standard? Which table are you talking about, Barbara? The one that's on here? This is the standard table. Let me see. I need to, this drives me crazy. Oops, no available windows. Okay, what happened, y'all? So I wanted to bring up Embrilliance, and I think this is the original one. And I'm doing something wrong. One of you Mac people, I need some help. I can't see Embrilliance. It's up, but it's not showing on my screen, and it drives me crazy. I can tell that it's up. Let me, St. Patrick's Day block A is what I want. The 6 by 10. So I just pulled it up and I can't see it. The biggest hoop I have for Spanky. So Linda, it comes with a 9 by 14 is the largest it comes with. And you can buy a 14 by 14 aftermarket, but you can only stitch half at a time. So if you have an all over design, you can stitch half of it, pull it out, and you have to flip it around. That's spam, y'all. Okay, sorry. So try Finder on my Mac. Well, no, Finder is how I get the file open, right? Let me go to the launch pad. It's up and open, I can tell, because I can, it's open, but I'll show you guys. Look, this is the strangest thing. I know I'm doing something wrong. I need some help from my Mac people. Okay. The name for that sketch flower is in the St. Patrick's Day sketch design set. All right. So if I come over here to Finder, I have mine over here on the side. You can see that, I don't know if you can see the dot by Embrilliance. This is what I'm looking at. Click on the window on the dock. Right, exactly. So here's where the icon is, okay? And it has a little black dot by it that tells me that it's launched. And when I click it, nothing happens. And if I move this out of the way, nothing happens. There's my Finder window. It's so weird. I don't know how. Uh-oh. Now I'm in trouble. Got to move this back up. I can't find it. This has been happening to me, probably because if you look and I click on it, hold on, right click, look at all of the designs. And I can, if I quit it in show all windows, it wants me to save. I'm going to tell it, don't save, don't save. I try to do that. So I've quit it. Now I'm going to open it again. There it is. Okay. So I don't know. That's the weirdest thing, y'all. I don't know how to do that. That happens to me on lives a lot, and I'm sitting here poking around. So I can go, okay. I want it to be a little, wait a minute. I'm trying to get it smaller so that I can see y'all. Hold on. Okay. For those of you that are new, I've had this Mac now, I don't know, 6-8 months. It's a love-hate. I mean, I love it, but it's a love-hate. Go up to the top and close Embrilliance and then relaunch. Yes, Betsy, that's what I ended up doing. Yeah. I showed all windows, Evelyn, it didn't fix it. It's weird. Okay, anyway, so I think I have it. There's a person at my front door. Oh, no. Okay, so let me share my screen with y'all. We're going to have a little bit of an infinity screen for a second, and now we're going to go into Embrilliance. Okay. If you guys cannot see this, somebody text me that has my number, please. So I'm just going to come up to File and Open Recent, and I need 6x10 Block A March mini quilt, and there it is. Very simple. I'm not going to do a thing to it except, let me see. There's the batting tack down, batting placement, batting tack down, fabric tack down, and then the lettering and the decorative stitching. So I'm going to tell it not to stitch that fabric tack down because I'm using the trimmer by George. I'm just going to go up to Utility and Wi-Fi to Brother Baby Lock. And it's March Block A, and tell it okay. And it should give me a little spinning beach ball there and send it, hopefully. Hopefully. Okay. Error sending file, please try again. Okay, if that happens and you see that with Embrilliance, let's go over and take a look, okay? There are ghosts in my machine testing my patience. Yeah, that happens. Okay. Wireless. And there it is. Right there. Set. So if you are doing this with Embrilliance and you get an error message, let me tell it edit end. Then just go and check and make sure to see if it's there. Okay, I'm going to do a rotate and 90 this way for my brain. So this is 3.03 by 7.61. That hoop I just hooped up, it's not going to fit. How about that? No big deal. I'll hoop up another hoop. I'm going to tell it okay. And I'm going to go to my 3 spools and put in the colors that I want. So I'll just use the gold, I guess. Spool 1 for batting placement. I'll put the hand up so it stops. And then I'm going to put my batting down and spool 1 again for batting tack down. Okay. This one is the fabric tack down. I don't want that to stitch. And then the next one is the word March. Before it stitches, I need it to stop so I can put my fabric down. And that one is going to be spool 10. And then the decorative stitching is spool 9. Why am I doing 1? This is 9. 9. There we go. Tell it okay. And embroidery. Okay, it's ready to go. Yep, that's how you do that. So here's the 8 by 12. I'll just do that up real quick. This is normal in my sewing room, y'all. Totally normal. I should read the directions. Yeah. And it would tell me how big of a hoop I needed, but I didn't. I just kind of fly around. Do you know that has made me a better embroiderer? It has made me a much better embroiderer than I ever would have been. I can see mistakes heading, flying toward me. And I know what to do, I know what they look like, and I know how to cut them off at the pass. Most people wouldn't even look at that, oh, it's small, it should fit, right? They don't even look at that number up there at the top and go, oh, if I was smarter, I would have pulled the design up before I hooped. There's that too, right? Oh, sorry, you weren't watching that. Unless it's a paper craft, I'm a mess. Okay, so that looks good. Let's go back over here. See how quick that is? That stuff like that doesn't bug me. Doesn't bother me a bit. All right, let's get this rolling. I'm gonna lock and go. I might have to pull up the bobbin thread. Let me get this. Okay, so I stopped it. I'm gonna pull this because a lot of times it won't pull that bobbin thread up. So I just grab the top thread. I'm gonna give it one more stitch. And there it is. Okay. Because what it does, it won't catch on when it's just doing stabilizer for some reason. That looks good. I need my. Okay. So I need. All right, I got a Frankenbat and I'm measuring my fabric. That'll work. That'll work. Let me turn this around and bring you guys with me. Y'all, I have so much fun doing this. Oh my goodness. Right? Oh, let me cut this real quick. It doesn't have to be perfect exact because it's going to be cut away eventually, right? So it doesn't have to be perfect exact. All right. But I need some SF101 on the back. Otherwise, it will pucker horribly. So here's the glue bump side of the SF101. SF101 is not a stabilizer. It's an interfacing, okay? I'm just going to press this on. My iron comes on at 7 a.m. every day, and it stays on all day long. Okay. Whoop. Got y'all staring down at nothing there. Okay. What kind of cake is in the birthday cake? What kind of cake is that? I hope it's her favorite. Y'all, I started making my own fudge. And I got it from Mimi's cookbook. She's this sweet little old lady, it was Southern lady, and she has a recipe for fudge. I started making it. I'm loving it. Just that little sweet, and it's good. I know what's in my food. I like that. Okay, so now I need to Frankenbat my stabilizer. And I like to use scraps for this, you guys, because this is hidden underneath. This is hidden underneath fabric. It won't be seen. Okay, so I'll just get my, I've got some skinny strips to fill in. I got some bigger strips. Let's see, this will work. I'll put that one right there and this one right here. There we go. I'll just put a piece of tape on there. You will never know that's there. Okay. Okay. That looks good. And then it'll go right over it and you're not even going to notice that. So that looks nice. This is how to use up all of your scraps on your stabilizer. I have a whole little bag of them there. Oh, somebody had asked me, okay, I'm going to go back. I'm going to needle plus minus. Is that right? Let's see. I believe that's right. So it's going to tack down the batting. So somebody asked me, how can they use embroiderants to enlarge the house design for the mini quilt? And make it so that maybe they could put in a Kimberbell quilt inside of it. You can't do that. That doesn't work like that. So the house design, let me show you guys, is that what's behind the February mini quilt, right? So it has the roof and the frame and all that, okay? You would have to redigitize every one of those pieces. So you can't do that. All right, so let me put this on here. You can see me, okay. I got plenty of fabric, top, bottom, side, and side, and we're good. I'm just gonna set this on here and let it do its thing. It's gonna start stitching the march. Yep. Is that dark enough green? I think it is. Oh yeah. There we go. Nice heavy satin stitch there. Oh, that'll be pretty. I like it. I like it a lot. Very nice. Okay. Yeah, if you can find a luminaire, snag it. That's right. Lady wrote me the other day and said she found a luminaire with 10 million stitches and they wanted 7,000 for it with $350 shipping. Yeah, that's a deal. If you guys are looking at used machines like that, get the seller. If it's a dealer, get the seller to offer a year or two warranty, parts and labor. And if they're out of state or whatever, then you would need to have a service center, a brother service center repair it, because you've got to have a certified technician to order parts. Are they going to back that up, right? Because on my luminaire, I've gone through that that ribbon cable that runs on the arm. I've had 2 of those. So how do you Frankenbat, Rhonda? It's, you know how Frankenstein was put together with different pieces, different body parts? You just get the same stabilizer of various pieces and cover your placement line and tape them together with paper tape. That's how you Frankenbat. So, and if they won't offer a warranty, that's okay. But just make sure you've got a certified technician nearby. The brains of the machine generally don't have any problem. If anything's going to wear out, it's going to be the physical pieces of it. So I can't order that ribbon cable. Okay, I have to get a certified brother technician to order it. So you want to look around your area for a tech that is so that they can order the part, because you have to be a certified tech to order parts. Oh, how do you now I Frankenbat, that's what you just saw me do. And you can Frankenstable too, but I don't recommend doing that on light fabrics because you can see between them in the pieces. So, oh, World Wiedner is yeah, they're a great dealer. Oh yeah, they are. They're a good brother dealer. Okay. Yeah, if you can find, if you know, for these older machines, the XP machines, which are the luminaires, they're not making them anymore. They're going from Stellaire to the Avenir. They're still fabulous machines. The Avenir is the luminaire on steroids. It has a bigger hoop and it's got more background quilting designs internal to the memory for it. And it does a lot more stuff on the sewing, but I don't use that side of it. So, okay. You've moved several times and never had a store honor the brother warranty. Okay. So if it is a brother service center, they have to take in that machine. They have to, if it's under warranty, right? Why didn't I tack down the fabric? I found that out from All Brands. They are a service center and they told me that. Why didn't I do the fabric tack down? Because I use the trimmer by George. So the trimmer by George gets right up next to this. Okay. When I trim out the block, it gets right up next to it. If that fabric tack down was there, it would be farther apart, farther away. And that's not what I want. So yeah, so you can take it to a baby lock dealer. They'll refuse it. They'll refuse a brother machine. And that's part of their deal. That's okay. But if it's a brother service center, they are supposed to take in machines that they didn't sell you. They are supposed to. Now, if it's not a brother dealer, they can tell you one way or the other. Yeah. Okay. So Stephanie, this is why people, she said the only embroidery machine with a camera is the Avenir. No, ma'am. But this is why people are holding on to their luminaires or they're buying luminaires, because the luminaire has a camera in it. So does the Stellaire has the ability to use with an app. Okay. The Dream machines have cameras in them. And I have a brother Quattro that thinks it's a Dream machine. And well, I had it. I gave it to my granddaughter. It also is, it has a camera. So the higher end machines do have camera. Now there's a new one out called the Celeste, and it doesn't have a camera and it's much lower in price, but it does have a bigger hoop without all the bells and whistles. So, oh, let me, hold on. Sorry. Wrong comment. Hold on a minute. Hold on a second. Good info to know about the service center. Can a dealer be a brother dealer and not a service center? Yes, they can. Okay, so like Two Chicks Quilting used to sell brother machines, but they're not a service center. They're a quilt shop. They don't have a service center in-house. But, you know, if that machine needed serviced, if it had to go in, it would have to go to either Houston or Corpus Christi because they are right in the middle. But I did find that out about brother dealerships. So you got a luminaire for $5,000. That is a deal. That is a deal. You got a heck of a deal. Yeah, heck of a deal. XP 1 to 3, 6 million stitches. Love it. That's about the machine I have. Yeah. Interesting, Diane. Well, I don't know. That's what I was told by somebody in the family. So I'm not telling you something I just made up. I heard about that from somebody in the family. Okay. So our hour is up. Thank you so much for spending your morning with me. Please give the video a thumbs up. And I'll be back tomorrow for Giveaway Friday. I hope you will too. Subscribe if you haven't already. And okay. And I'm going to finish up with Spanky here. And then I'm probably going to do the rainbow as well and figure something out. All right. So we'll talk to you soon. You guys go sew something. Bye.